to entertain you, with music and laughter to help you on your way, to raising the rafters with a hey, 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 with songs and sketches and jokes old and new. With us about, you won't feel blue. So meet the gang, cause the boys are here, the boys to entertain you. B-O-B-O-Y-S, boys to entertain you.
If you'll just sign this one there, sir, if you would. And if you'd sign this one for me, sir, then I'll fill it in for you and you won't have to bother about it any further.
Thank you, Gunner.
Graham, sir.
Graham, yes. I must say you've been a great help in the office, hasn't he, Ashford?
Oh, absolutely first class, sir.
What is it, Charbel?
It is 10 o'clock, sir, so I'm bringing your 11s.
Thanks most awfully.
And Bombardier Bowman and concert party are ready to show new song that is to go into show tonight.
Which one is that, Ashford?
It's the wedding of the painted doll, sir. They're all toy soldiers, and Bombardier Beaumont is the bride. He dresses up as a girl.
Yes, brides usually do. Tell the Sergeant Major to get the ball rolling, will you?
Certainly, Colonel, sir.
You better go and get ready.
Yes, sir.
Shut up! What do you want, Chawala?
Colonel, sir, want to see concert party perform their latest poofery.
Right. Bombardier Beaumont! Are you standing by?
Ready when you are, Sergeant Major.
Permission to carry on, sir.
Off you go, Sergeant Major.
Concert party! Begin!
It's a holiday. Today's the wedding of the painted doll. It's a jolly day. The news is spreading around the hall. The soldier boys are all in town. They're marching up, they're marching down. From far and near, they're coming here. Church bells ringing. Here's the little doll with her cheeks. Little Mama Doll has fussed around for weeks and weeks.
Shoe the blues! No time to lose!
Rice and shoes will spread the news that
It's a holiday. Today's the wedding of the little painted doll. Here comes the bridegroom. Look at his fancy faces, showing the world his paces. Look at me as he smiles. All sorrow away. He meets the bride now. Look at the little cutie. Look at the little beauty. Look at the little doll. It's my wedding day. Here's the preacher man. Oh, look, as he takes his little black book. He is sure he knows his stuff, 'cause he's done it often enough. Here's the little doll, live on the fall, is with her painted cheeks. Little Mama Doll has fussed around for weeks and weeks.
Shoe the blues! No time to lose!
rice and shoes will spread the news that
It's a holiday. Today's the wedding of the little painted doll.
Oh, it's really rather good, eh, Ashford?
Absolutely first class.
Absolutely first class. What did you think, Sergeant Major?
I thought it was disgraceful, sir.
Show business isn't exactly your forte, is it, Sergeant Major?
My objection has nothing to do with show business, sir. There's doing drill. Even puffy toy soldier chorus boys should have some respect for military tradition. They're slummocky, sir.
Yes, you're absolutely right. The drill was slummocky. Don't you agree, Ashford?
I was just about to say the very same thing, sir. Slummocky.
No, we can't let it go on like that, sir. Disgrace to the Royal Artillery.
Yes, it is a disgrace. What shall we do?
Let me polish him up, sir.
Oh, it's an excellent idea. Isn't that an excellent idea, Ashford?
Absolutely excellent, sir.
Yes, well, go ahead, Sergeant Major. Come on.
Right, young puppies, let me move, sir, move, sir! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Stand firm at ease! Stand firm at ease! Stand still! One time! 10 a night! One time! 10 a night! One time! Now, lovely boys, we's going to do that drill until it is smart, smart, smart. Do you understand?
Sergeant Major, he's now ready and hot and most lovely.
Go away!
Sergeant Major, may we have a tea break before we do the drill?
No, you may not! You will have your tea break when your drill is smart, 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 which, judging by your usual standards, will be never, never, never. Now, when you goes into that routine, I want to see them arms coming up parallel to the ground, thumbs to the front, and fingers lightly clenched.
But Sergeant Major, that's not the step.
You mean that's not the step? The British Army have been marching like that for 100 years!
But they're toy soldiers going to a wedding.
Shut up! Right, you yourself what you said. Do not keep me waiting.
Excuse me, Sergeant Major. Do you want me to vocalise?
Do you want me to vocalise?
No, Mr. Lardy-Largana Graham. I just not want to hear that horrible university voice of yours. I want you to play!
Hours. 2 hours. He had us out there dancing in the sun. The routine's ruined. It's in shreds.
So are my feet.
It's bad enough when he takes us for PT and jungle training, and then shoves us out on fire picketing on guard. But when he starts on the show...
Well, you can imagine how I feel. I mean, I've put up with this war business because when it came to the entertainment, I had total artistic freedom. I mean, now we have this.
We should do him in.
We can't kill him. We'll get into trouble.
Not if we found a secret poison.
Aye, they've got secret poisons in the jungle.
Curare. That's the stuff. The natives put it on the ends of their darts in the blowpipes.
Hey, Jawala, do you mind where there's a curare tree round about here? No atrasab, no curare tree, but we have cascara tree.
That's not quite what we're looking for, I'm afraid. We want to put Curare in the Sergeant Major's tea, so we'll get rid of him forever.
If we put cascara in his tea, he'll be off for a couple of hours.
Well, how about ground glass, then?
Aye, we could get ground glass.
I had some ground glass once. In a birthday cake my grandma made for me. I'm still here.
Didn't you notice when you were eating it?
Of course I noticed. Never thought anything of it. He's never much of a cook.
I think I have the glimmerings of an idea.
Quiet, everybody. The brain's at work.
Well, when I was sorting through the papers in the office the other day, I came across this signal from Div HQ. It said, in effect, that the commanding officers should comb through their lists of warrant officers and senior NCOs with a view to recommending them for an accelerated commission to the rank of lieutenant. Thanks, man.
So?
Well, if we could get old Shut Up to apply for a commission, we might get rid of him.
Shut up as an officer.
No, you're quite right. Forget it. Nobody in their right minds would ever dream of making an awful common man like him into an officer.
Just a minute, Paderewski. What's all this about common? God, I'm sick and tired of you going on about everybody else being common, just because you talk all la-di-da.
I was referring to Shut Up.
Aye, but you were looking at us. Eh? What right have you to say who's common and who isn't?
You think we're all common, don't you? Well, I've got quite enough to put up with, being short, without you looking down your nose at me, because I'm common.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'd rather be common with hair than posh and bald.
And I'd rather be common with hair.
And I'd rather be short and common with hair.
And I'd rather be good-looking and common with hair.
Well, I don't agree. I wouldn't mind being bored if I could be posh. It's a small price to pay.
Look, we're getting away from the point. It doesn't matter what we think about Shut Up, it's what they think over there that matters.
Precisely. And if there's the slightest chance that he might get through, we ought to take it. What do you think?
Aye.
All right. Well, the thing is, how do we make him apply?
Well, can't you have a little chat with him?
Let's face it, because I went to university, he hates me more than any of us.
Well, he sometimes talks to me at night when I'm on guard duty.
Well, that's it then. When you're on stand tonight, have a little chat with him, see if you can drop a few hints. You know, sort of man to man.
It's going to be very difficult.
Bombardier. Everything all right?
Yes, Sergeant Major. Nobody about. All the lads are asleep. Just us.
Not like that time when the Japanese was only half a mile away, hmm? That kept you on your toes, didn't it?
I didn't care for that very much.
Well, that's what soldiering's all about, boy. Danger. Keeping one jump ahead of the enemy. Because you know it's either him or you.
It's been marvellous. Being a good soldier. If you like that sort of thing.
Something you were born to, I suppose. I mean, I remember I was only that big, you know. I was always the little warrior. I used to play Indians and pale faces with my sister. I was always the Indian, of course. She was the pale face. Used to track her through the bushes, you know. And if I caught her, I'd tie her up, light a fire under her. She was a good little sport. God rest her soul.
With me, it was films. Everything was films. I used to make little paper skirts for my toy soldiers. And I called them the Goldwing Girls.
Yes. Well, with me, it was always soldiering, you know. As soon as I was old enough, I joined up.
Sergeant Major?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought of becoming an officer?
Me? An officer? No, boy. I'm not the type.
I wouldn't be too sure. I mean, you don't have to talk posh and la-di-da nowadays. I mean, they didn't even talk posh in history. I mean, look at Napoleon. He was just a common, ordinary little man.
He was in films, wasn't he?
With Greta Garbo. I mean, she liked him. I mean, whatever his background. And then there was Hitler. He was common as dirt. And, of course, there was Alexander the Great.
He wasn't common, was he?
I come to think that I don't think he was.
Not only that, Bombardier, I think he was, one of them, you know.
Well, maybe that wasn't such a good example.
Good general, mine.
Oh, you're very good general.
For a puff.
Yeah, but he was ever so sort of fearless with it.
But as for me being an officer, boy, no, I don't think it's my cup of tea, you know.
Think of all the advantages. I mean, you get a better pay, better uniforms, better food, officers' clubs, swimming pools. And, of course, you score a bigger hit with the girls.
There is that, I suppose.
Of course, there's the biggest advantage of all.
What's that?
You'll be rid of us forever. Why don't you put an application in?
I'll think about it.
I must say, it's a bit of a facer, sir.
I can't think what's possessed the man.
We can't possibly put him forward. I mean, the whole idea of him being an officer is a complete farce.
On the other hand, we can't block it, Ashford. It's not like the old days. We've got this chap Attlee in charge now.
Of course, if we lose him, I mean, who's going to do all that shouting and keeping the chaps up to scratch and waking them up in the mornings and inspecting their socks?
The ideal thing would be for him to withdraw the application himself. I tell you what, suppose we invite him to a mess dinner and also invite the Brigadier General's staff. I mean, he won't know how to behave, he'll be thoroughly embarrassed, and see for himself the absurdity of the whole thing.
Of course. He'd be a complete fish out of water, wouldn't he? I say, it's jolly devious, sir.
Well, you know, sometimes in life one has to be cruel to be kind.
Cool, just look at them. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Here we are, fighting the Japanese for our very existence. And they're having a dinner party. Like they were at the Savoy.
I haven't seen you doing much fighting lately, Petal.
Awfully good job, Anna.
Sab, it is all according to the Mrs. Beaton, which is belonging to my uncle's mother, who is damned old snub.
What we need now is a centrepiece. Oh, I'd say that's awfully good, Ashwood.
It's your tooth glass, actually, sir.
Well, we're off to the RAF to borrow some wine.
Yes, sir.
What about the food?
Well, I had a word with the mess sergeant at Div, and he's sending the whole thing along in hay boxes at about 2000 hours.
Say, that's a good wheeze.
Well, we can't expect the Brigadier to eat the muck we get here. Carry on, Sergeant, huh?
Stop! We better start rehearsing, otherwise he'll have us whitewashing the jungle again. Right, come on, Paderewski, let's take him to the top. All right, fellas, second number, right?
Boys, you're, getting your noses back to the grindstone, you?
Yes, Sergeant Major, just polishing.
Yeah, well, just before you start, you don't happen to have such a thing as a black tie, do you?
Whatever for? You're going to a funeral?
Not exactly. It's this commission thing, see, only... Well, the Colonel's invited me to dinner, like, and on the invitation by here it says, I got to have a black tie.
Well, actually, when they put black tie on an invitation, Sergeant Major, it means they want you to wear a dinner jacket.
Dinner jacket? I'm not one of them.
Oh, don't worry, we can fix you up. You can use my Eddie Cantor jacket and Parker's ventriloquist trousers.
I've got right monkey in that lot. No, I think I'll chuck the whole idea.
No, you mustn't do that.
You look marvellous, I promise.
Well, it's not only the looks, you know. I mean, I never knows how to carry on in that sort of do, like, I mean... Well, there's lots of knives and forks, don't I? I've only ever had one of each.
There's nothing to it. I could teach you. 5 minutes.
Table's all ready.
Sergeant Major, sir, officers will not be back till sun goes down. They have gone to see the Brill Cream boys.
Oh, come on, Sergeant Major. It'd be like rehearsing a scene.
No, it's a daft idea. I shouldn't have applied. I mean, to be one of them, you've got to be born right, know what I mean?
Oh, come on. You can't give up, not now.
The fault, dear Brutus, lies not in our stars, but in ourselves that we are underlings.
What are you on about?
Shakespeare said that.
Did he?
Yeah.
And he was ever such a common little man. Wasn't he, Paderewski?
Well, yes.
Oh, come on, let's have a go, eh?
All right, then.
Come on, over here, fellas. Yeah, excuse me. Right, Lofty, you over here. You be the Brigadier, right? And you, Parky, you there. You be the Colonel. And, oh, Nobby, sweetheart, over there. You be Captain Ashwood. Very nice. Let's go.
You mustn't sit before the others.
Oh, there you are. See, I messed it up before I started. It's no use.
You've got to carry on. You've got to keep on trying.
Aye, like Robert the Bruce.
Hey, I remember him. He kept on, didn't he?
Yeah, he tried and tried again.
Aye, but was he an ordinary man?
He was a king.
Yeah, well, kings were very common in those days.
All you've got to do is to wait until your host, in this case the Colonel, gives the signal. Well, he'll probably say something like, do sit down, Brigadier. Try that.
Go on, Parky. Do sit down, Brigadier.
Thanks very much. The Brigadier sits, then the Colonel, then Ashwood, and then you.
It's lovely weather we have been having, don't you think?
What was that?
I was making conversation.
We're not doing conversation. We're doing sitting and eating. Conversation comes later. All right, Charwaller, bring the soup. Atlas, you help him.
We haven't got any soup.
Improvise. Use char. You can pretend it's soup.
Hey, soup, I know which one for that. It's that one, isn't it? At least I got something right.
Well, you've got it right, Sergeant Major, but you're a little bit early. The next thing is the table napkin.
There you are. I know I won't do it. I'll make a fool of myself for sure.
You won't. You're doing fine. Ooh.
What you want to do is take the first letter of each thing you've got to remember and make a simple code word.
No. There's no need for all that. You've only got 6 things to remember. Now, sit, table napkin, soup, fish, meat, and...
Pudding.
Yeah, all right. Pudding.
There you are, then. Snaspump.
Here's the soup.
We're not ready for that yet. We haven't done the napkins.
Hey, we can't use these, boys. They'll get dirty.
We have many more, sir. Fresh and white like new dhoti.
Right. Let's do the napkins.
That's it. Good. Splendid. There is just one small detail, Sergeant Major. You don't tuck it into your tunic.
Well, I was following the Brigadier.
What the Colonel did.
How was I supposed to know?
Napkins go on the knees. Right, serve the soup.
We're quite tempting, aren't you?
You must wait for the Colonel.
Well, you said just now I didn't have to.
That was for the table napkin.
It's quite simple, Sergeant Major. Wait for the sit.
Wait for the sit.
Don't wait for the napkins.
Don't wait for the napkins.
Wait for the soup.
Wait for the soup.
Yeah, off you go then, Colonel. Ah, lovely.
Oh, there is just one little thing. Don't blow the soup.
Don't blow the soup.
Have you got it? Wait for the sit.
Wait for the sit.
Don't wait for the napkins.
Don't wait for the napkins.
Wait for the soup.
Wait for the soup.
Don't blow the soup.
Don't blow the soup.
With all that palaver, the soup won't be hot anyway.
Now, when you've nearly finished all the soup, don't tip the bowl towards you.
Right, I'll remember that. Now, let's have a recap, right? Wait for the sit.
Don't wait for the napkins. Wait for the soup.
Don't blow the soup.
Don't tip the bowl. Right.
Right. Hang on. Wait for the sit. Wait. Don't wait. Wait. Don't blow, don't tip.
Right.
It's quite easy, really. All you've got to think of is snap, thump, wadoo, dad upped it.
Let's go on to the fish, shall we?
Never saw you look
Thank you.
quite so pretty
Thank you.
before. Oi!
Yeah. Yes, this sherry is not at all bad, Reynolds.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Actually, it's thanks to the RAF, because they provided it.
And I'll tell you something else. This is the first time I've dressed in mufti for dinner since 1940.
Well, we did that because of this rather odd guess.
And the Sergeant Major chap.
Yes, that's right, sir. We couldn't wear uniform because, as Ashwood pointed out, it would mean the Sergeant Major wearing his badges while dining in the officers' mess.
And that wouldn't do at all.
What sort of chap is he?
Absolutely first class. Isn't he, Ashwood?
Oh, absolutely first class. As a Sergeant Major.
Yes, but so far as his becoming an officer is concerned, I leave that for you to draw your own conclusions.
If you don't go now, Sergeant Major, the dinner will be over.
Gloria, sir, the food is not here yet.
HQ mark not yet arrived to replace my Chinese mark.
All right, Sergeant Major, let's have a look at you.
I don't think I can go through it, you know, that's a fact.
You're a tough to your fingernails.
My mum had a picture of the Duke of Windsor on a biscuit tin. You look just like him.
Do I really, boy?
Go on, Sergeant Major. Go out there and knock 'em in the aisles.
Right. Wish me luck, then.
Good luck, sir.
Here I go.
Ah, here comes our long-lost guest. Brigadier, our special guest, Sergeant Major Williams.
How are you going on, sir?
I've heard all about you, Williams.
Oh, Colonel be telling tales, sir, has he?
Oh, no, you're right. You're quite a legend at HQ.
A good legend, I hope, sir. At all events, a soldierly one.
Oh, that's all right. Yes, everybody knows about Sergeant Major Williams. But look, I can't keep calling you Williams. What's your first name?
Well, I've always been known as Taffy, sir.
Yes, well, that's the fate of every Welshman in the army, I'm afraid. Charles, Taffy doesn't seem to have a drink.
Oh, awfully sorry, Sergeant Major. Taffy, Ashwood, get old Taffy here a drink, really.
Thank you, sir.
I say. Who's kept your cup?
I'm sorry, sir. I seem to have let you down rather badly. I didn't have a white shirt, you see, sir, and the boys got together and made these out of a couple of bits of white cardboard.
I say, that's damn funny. Do you know my Batman did the same for me? I bet these two get theirs at Harrods.
Army and Navy, actually.
Derry and Thomas.
Yes, got a clock?
Message from Div, sir, for the Colonel. The bridge is down over the Singhu River, sir, and they can't send the food for your dinner.
I say, that's a bit of a blow.
Oh, never mind. We have this fabulous Chinese cook. My compliments to our Singh. Tell him I know it's short notice, but could he do his best?
Our Singh sent a message too, sir.
What does he say?
Can I whisper, sir?
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, he said, sir, you can...
Yes, well, take a Chinaman to think up something like that.
I can fix up fantastic McConaughey stew with tin mashed potatoes and tin treacle pudding and chow beyond your dreams up.
McConaughey stew and treacle pud. But that's the best meal in the world.
Tastes best of all out of mess tins, sir.
You're absolutely right, Taffy. Could we have it out of mess tins? I mean, one spoon would do.
Yes, of course. Well, Off you go, thing.
Clark, sir.
Clark, yes. And take the Indian thing with you, too.
Yes. You know, I remember my old dad. He was a coal miner, you know.
Was he indeed, sir?
Oh, yes, yes. Tonapandi Colliery.
Well, my dad was a miner too, sir.
Was he indeed?
Nantamoil.
Nantamoil? Good gracious me. What a marvellous man you've got here. This is the sort of man we want for an officer.
Yes, sir. We thought that, too.
Absolutely. Yes. Anyway, my father never forgot his humble background, even after he became an MP. And I remember the day I left public school, him saying to me, "Brinley," he said, "Brinley, never forget one thing in life. There's no meal better than stew and treacle pud."
Labour MP, was he then?
Oh, of course he was, yeah. Well, my mother had set the table, just like this. And I remember she had the best china and silver and things. And I remember my father taking hold of the cloth and saying, "Stew and treacle pud," he said. "And to hell with all the fripperies and la-di-da." And with that, he took hold of the cloth and pulled it off, leaving everything standing. Just like this.
Just as well we're eating out of mess tin, sir.
You're right, sir.
I help you, sir.
Thank you very much.
When were you last at the arms park, sir?
Saying goodbye to the Sergeant Major was without doubt the sweetest moment of my life.
He made my life a misery. Just because I'm little.
He was unhuman.
Life without him will be pure bliss.
Here, fellas. Look what's just blown in.
Lord, love a ruddy duck.
It's happened at last, fellas. They made me a sergeant.
Temporary, unpaid acting sergeant.
That's right.
For short, 2 arse.
Get fell in. Get fell in, I'm a sergeant! I've thought it all out, fellas. It's not going to make any difference, not to us. I'm not like that. Not at all. I mean, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. On parade is on parade and off parade is off parade. We're going to make this the finest concert party east of Chittagong, and my name is not Gloria Beaumont. I'm going to rehearse you till you drop. We're going to have makeup classes, dancing classes, acting classes, singing classes. We're going to have juggling, acrobats, stage management, scene shifting. I'm going to turn you on your artist if it's the last thing I do. I'm sorry, I was shouting, you see, because I'm not a real sergeant. I'm only temporary, unpaid acting sergeant. Temporary, unpaid. I'm acting.
Very badly.
What are you doing back here, Sergeant Major?
I brought you a signal, sir. The concert party is to be trained as an assault concert party.
What does that mean, Sergeant Major?
It means, Bombardier, that when the Allies invade Malaya from the sea, this concert party will go in with the first wave of assault troops, and I will be coming with you.
What about your commission, Sergeant Major?
Well, that would have taken 6 months, sir. Might all be over by then, so I withdrew my application. I'm coming with you, sir, because I have a feeling you're going to need me.
Well, if we're going in with the first wave, we'll certainly be needing you.
Well, on the other hand, sir, I do not think we will be needing this. Get falling, move yourselves! Come on, move it, move it, move it! I'm going to get you fit. Stand from me, stand still. High front, squad tight! Double on tight! Up, 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 up! Get loose up, get loose up, please, another round, or I will fire! Check out, check it! Let me light it!
Meet the gang, the boys are in, the boys to entertain you. The music and laughter to help you on your way. To raising the rafters with a hey, hey, hey. With songs, with sketches, and jokes so new. With us about, you are good with it so meet the gang, the boys are in, the boys to entertain you. you to make you feel gay. So give us a cheer with a hey, hey, hey. Just gather around and put down your gun. With us around, there's plenty of fun. So meet again, cause the boys are here. The boys to entertain you. B-O-B-O-Y-S, boys to entertain you.